Hey 49er fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Before we start today's video, I want your record prediction. I'll give you mine here in just a second, but your record prediction for the 49ers is, let me know in the comment section down below. There's a pinned comment, just reply with 16-0 or 0-16 or whatever you think the 49ers are going to go ahead and do. Let me know down below with the pinned comment. All right, so as you see in today's title, we're going to go ahead and go game by game on the 49ers schedule. Now, you're saying, Thomas, didn't you do this like 3 months ago? And the answer was yes, but things have changed during the offseason. Teams are looking a little bit different, and plus, the schedule officially is here in terms of week 1, just a couple of days away. So let's just go ahead and break it all down again in case you forgot exactly what the 49ers have to do and who they have to play in order to go ahead and go to the postseason and hopefully the Super Bowl. Week 1, let's start there. Cardinals, you know the deal. It's the game you're going to be seeing in the afternoon on Fox, I believe, this Sunday. 49ers are right now sitting at 7-point favorites right now, but this is obviously a win for the 49ers, right? The Cardinals are interesting. They're going to be a lot of fun this year. I've been a big fan of the Arizona Cardinals in terms of what they've done this offseason. Signing one of the top 5 wide receivers in the entire National Football League in DeAndre Hopkins is a plus, but the 49ers are much better. The 49ers are a much more mature team overall, I should say, as the Cardinals need to figure things out. So 1-0 for the 49ers. But as I said, this is currently sitting at 7-point favorites for San Francisco. Over-runners at 47.5. I would say it's a little bit high right now. I don't think the 49ers win big, but I think they're obviously going to go ahead and win this one. So put it up, 1-0. Week 2, this is easy, right? What do I have to say? At the Jets, are you kidding me? The Jets are not going to be a good football team this year. 4 or 5 wins at most. I like Sam Darnold, but not a lot else on that football team. A lot of dysfunction up there in New York. Easy win, 2-0 for the New York Jets. Also, probably going to see Deebo play a lot in that game, so mark that one down. Week 3. The New York Football Giants, you stay out east. Again, the Giants are a lot better than what they were last year. I'm not a big fan of their new head coach, but I am a fan of their roster. I think they have some decent players on both the offense and defense. It'll be a good test for the 49er defense. This will not be a 10 or 14-point win like the Jets game will be, but they will beat the New York Giants. They will start the first 3 games of the year 3-0. Here's your first real test, right? Arizona is a decent test week 1, but still it's week 1 for Kyler Murray and Cliff Kingsbury, so they'll have to kind of figure things out. I don't want Arizona later in the year, but earlier in the year, yes, please. Week 4 is a great test. Philadelphia comes to town. It's a good offense. The Eagles obviously will have Carson Wentz. They have a pretty weak offensive line right now, so the 49ers should be able to get a pretty good pass rush on Wentz, but there's some weapons outside. They have a great front 4. They have a good secondary, so a very good test in terms of Sunday Night Football. I think that's your first real postseason test against a possible playoff team in the 49ers schedule, but they're going to win it, right? They're going to beat the Eagles, and the 49ers will go ahead and start 4-0. Again, keeping Carson Wentz upright will be the struggle for Philadelphia, and that's what the 49er defense does really, really well, getting after the quarterback. So I'm taking the 49ers in the Week 4 matchup, 4-0 right now for San Francisco. Before we keep going, obviously the starting quarterback for the 49ers this year is going to be Jimmy Garoppolo. And if you want to rep Jimmy Garoppolo's jersey, then pick it up right now. Only $79.99. The jersey sales are still going on this close to the start of week 1. They probably won't be there once the season actually starts. So jump on them right now. Chatsports.com/JimmyG. You know the drill. You've been hesitating on a 49er jersey. Get it right now before it goes back to being $100 every single day, right? Chatsports.com/JimmyG. Week 5, Miami. I still think this will be the Ryan Fitzpatrick show week 5. I just have a feeling that Tua is going to sit for probably the first half of the year, right? Fitzpatrick comes in, they're going to try to go ahead and compete in the division. They won't be able to, but it's, there's no Brady in the division, so the AFC East is a little bit easier. So probably still Fitzpatrick here, still a 49er win. That one's obvious. Go ahead and put it up 5-0. Week 6. This is a good matchup. This is a good test. I went back and forth on this one. People are a little bit down on the Rams this year. I say why. They have a lot of talent on offense. They have a brand new running game. They have a very great defense, as we know. This will be a good test, but I'm going to go ahead and take the 49ers because they just are a better football team overall, right? Now, it's not, you can't just sit here and go, well, the 49ers are better, so they're going to win, but they match up well against the Rams. This is a close one. I still think they win this one, going to 6-0. Now, you get to week 7. You're probably saying, Thomas, 6-0 up to this point, you have the 49ers being undefeated the entire year? No. I've said before, the 49ers are not going to be a 12 to 14 win football team like they were last season. They are going to lose some football games, and here's your first one. At the Patriots. And you say, Thomas, this is not last year's Patriots. This is not the usual go to Foxborough and struggle against Brady and Belichick. It's not. But it's a game that you could easily overlook if you're San Francisco. It could be, Jimmy Garoppolo gets in his head. He's going back to the team that drafted him. And they could easily lose this one to Cam Newton and Bill Belichick. I'm not a big Cam Newton fan. But with the 49ers looking ahead to a brutal streak where they got the Seahawks and the Packers and the Saints and then the bye, this could be one they overlook because it's not the Patriots of old. The Patriots will probably have 2 or 3 losses up to this point. I think they overlook them, unfortunately, and they lose this one on the road at Foxborough, putting them at 6-2. They were looking ahead to Week 8 against the Seattle Seahawks, and that's one I think they're going to lose as well. By Week 8, there will probably be some sort of fans in the stands in Seattle. It's not going to be the usual packed house 12th man, but there will be a lot more crowd noise. I think that plays a factor, and also the fact that, hey, Seattle's a good football team, and they showed that last year. They split the season series last year. I think they split the season series here again, and we get a little bit of a losing streak here, Week 7 and 8. Nothing to panic, though. The 49ers go into Week 9 being 6-2, which is still not a bad overall record. Let me ask you guys this. Best team in the NFC? Give me your comment down below. It's easy, right? 49ers versus Seahawks. Let me know in the comments section. Type SF for San Francisco. Type SEA for Seattle. Again, best team in the NFC West. It is the 49ers, even though I'm saying they're going to lose this one right here, but still 6-2 heading into their Week 9 matchup against the Packers. Before we get into the Packer matchup, go ahead and subscribe to 49ers Report because I'm telling you, live Q&As every single Thursday night, every single week we're leading you guys up to the game, and we're going to do post-game reaction on Monday morning most likely as well, where I'll break down the grades from the game the previous day. So great coverage here in the 49ers Report. Make sure you guys are subscribed. All right, so here's Week 9. All right, we're over halfway. 49ers sit at 6-2 in a tough home matchup against Green Bay, and obviously Aaron Rodgers wants revenge. I don't think he gets it. San Francisco had Aaron Rodgers' number last year. The Packers, to me, didn't get a lot better this offseason. They're going to be similar to what they were. They're still a great football team, and they're a playoff team, in my opinion. But the 49ers win this one, and they start a decent little win streak here as they're going to beat the Packers in Week 9 to put them at 7-2, and then roll into the Week 10 matchup at New Orleans, and yes, get another win there to make them 8-2. New Orleans is interesting this year because they have a brutal overall division, right? The NFC South is tough. Carolina will be better than people think. Kind of an annoying, tough team to beat, like the annoying little brother. The Falcons have talent. You got to stop Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and Todd Gurley. And then Tom Brady and Tampa Bay are sitting there, and you got to play them twice a year. So I think the media loves the Saints. I don't hate them, but I'm not as high on them as other people. They lose this one to the 49ers. The 49ers sit here at 8-2. And at 8-2, you're basically locking up at least a playoff position. And the question is now, will they get a first-round bye? Speaking of byes, Week 11 is the bye. They head into that one. No big deal. 8-2. Relax. Hopefully get healthy from some injuries and roll into the final stretch of their schedule, starting with the Rams game in Week 12. I said earlier, Week 6, the 49ers will beat the Rams. Week 12, no. On the road, again, the Rams are a good football team. They're going to be a lot better than people are giving them credit. The 49ers are going to lose this one because guess what? They can't win every single game in their division, right? 6 division games. They cannot go 6-0. They're going to drop some, and here's their second one overall as they lost to Seattle earlier on the road, and they'll lose the Rams here on the road in Week 12. Now, with that being said, they're still going to win the NFC West, and I'll show you how here coming up as we finish this video with my predictions for the 49ers schedule. Like this video if the 49ers, and if you agree, will win the NFC West. Give me a thumbs up right now if the 49ers will be 2020 back-to-back NFC division champs. Again, give this video a thumbs up. Week 13. It's tough. It's tough. Listen, the end of the schedule is not easy, right? The bye, the Rams, you lose that one, and now you go into Week 13 against Buffalo. It's a home game. The Bills are a very good football team. The Bills are a playoff team in the AFC, and they're probably going to be the odds-on favorites, at least the easy favorites, to win the AFC East. Good defense. They're coached very, very well. 49ers slip up here, and they go to 8-4, right? So you had the bye week at 6-2, and then suddenly you get back here, and they're 8-4, and panic is starting to set in a little bit. So they pick up an easy win against the Washington football team on Week 14. No worries there, right? That's an easy. Just check that one, 9-4. Week 15, Dallas on the road. Dallas, to me, is not going to be as good as a lot of people think. Their offense is fool's gold whenever you have Dak Prescott, I should say Dakota Prescott, whatever. Dak Prescott at quarterback. He's never been able to elevate himself alongside the other talent that they have on the roster, right? He's good because of their talent. The talent is not good because of him. That's a problem. And the Cowboys are always battling Philadelphia later on in the season, and they intend to lose games like this, so they're going to lose Week 15. Week 16 against the Cardinals is another one that you think could be an easy win, but also I think Cliff Kingsbury and Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins figure things out later on in the season. I said you want Arizona early. They got him Week 1. They win that one. Come back to the big toaster on the road. Week 16, they drop that one to go to 10-5. Which means you'll have another Week 17 matchup against the Seattle Seahawks to win the division, just like it was this past season. The exact same scenario happens. Whoever gets to 11-5 first wins, and I think finally to wrap the video up, the Seahawks lose Week 17, the 49ers win because they are the better team overall. They go to 11-5, and they're probably going to sit at the 2 or 3 seed in the NFC. So I don't know if they'll have a first-round bye. I would like them to, but I think 11-5 is very fair for what their schedule is right now. And honestly, in a stacked NFC, 11-5 might as well, or very well could be a first or second-round bye just based on the fact people are going to beat up on each other because there are 8 to 10 football teams in the NFC that could easily be playoff teams. Okay, before I give you a quick recap, be sure to go ahead and pick up the 49er face coverings that are on sale right now at chatsports.com/49mask. Pick those up, again, link down below in the description box. A lot of great options overall in terms of staying safe and repping San Francisco. Again, chatsports.com/49mask. But the wrap up here is simple, right? It's a tough schedule. It's early. It's good later on. A little tricky in the middle, and then it's kind of up and down to finish at the end of the season. This is not a 13-win team. This is not a 13-win schedule. They're very, very good, and they're going to win the NFC West. But I think 11-5 is a very safe and fair prediction, and that is where I'm going right now with this schedule breakdown. How did I do? And let me know which one you are most excited about. Which game is going to be the most interesting one? If you only watch one 49er game, what is it going to be? Let me know right now down below in the comments section. There you go. Get you guys ready. Hopefully this gets you guys pumped because I'm pumped about this as well. I'll be checking out your predictions for the 49ers record down below in the comments section. We talked about at the beginning of the video. But there it is. Week 1, a couple of days away, and then we get the ball rolling here. Thank goodness football is back, and I'm pumped by the 49ers this year. 11-5 is my final record prediction. All time we have for today on the 49ers Report. I am your host and fearless leader, Thomas Mott, the guy who got you through the longest offseason in history, right? I did that just for you. Hopefully you guys appreciate that. All time we have for today. 49ers Report, Thomas Mott, signing off for the rest of your day.